How do you stay so motivated? That's another question I get a lot. And I do have to say that my motivation is high. I've done some crazy things chasing this fitness. I spent 3 years getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning working out. I've taken my workout apparatus all over the country trying to make sure I get a workout in. I've gotten up as early as 2 o'clock in the morning to work out. I've worked out at 11 o'clock at night. I won't miss a workout unless there's something seriously wrong with me. How do you stay so motivated? Question I get quite a bit. And I'd say there's a couple things. One, as I've mentioned before, why. It is much more important why you're doing this than how you're actually doing it, the things that you do. And I've got a number of different whys, not just one, because I found that one why might not be the reason. That reason that you have to work out might not be the one that's going to motivate you that day. One of my big ones, of course, is my kids. I want to be around for them. I want to get old. I also want to have them look at me and see a role model. Have them look at me working out and say, that's something cool to do, not something that's drudgery to do, hardship to do. But there are other things. When I was big, I lived life with an extra degree of difficulty. Feet hurt all the time, back hurt all the time, sweating all the time, having to not do things I wanted to do because it was going to be too much strain to do them. Living life with an extra degree of difficulty. And I didn't want to do that anymore. I like going into stores these days and having options when I'm buying clothes. I like being on a plane and not having both of my legs rub against either side of the seat. I like how I look. I mean, I'm not afraid to say it. I like how I look at this weight more than I liked how I looked 80 pounds heavier. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm vain too. A lot of us are. But those are some of the reasons that get me up, that get me working out. Number one. But number two, I think is very important. One of the things that used to always derail me when I was on my yo-yo, when I was gaining weight and losing it, was having motivation stay. And what I mean by that is a lot of us can get motivated for a week, 2-3 weeks, a month, and then it goes away. Or even 6 months and then it goes away. That was my deal. I would get motivated for 6 months or even a year and then it would go away. 3 more months and then it would go away. And one of the biggest things I had trouble with was getting it wrapped in my mind that I had to do this for the rest of my life. I had to work out for the rest of my life. I had to eat well for the rest of my life. And it just sounded like work, too much work. And ultimately I ended up backsliding back to where I was. Well, one of the things that's really helped me as far as the workout piece goes is always having a short-term goal. I'm not just working out to work out anymore. I'm always going after something that is tangible to me, that is short-term. I'm always training for a race. I'm always doing some workout program that is 30, 60, 90 days in duration. It's a Jedi mind trick, but it works for me because I can tell myself, I don't have to do this forever. I've only got to do it for the next 30 days. I've only got to do it for the next 90 days. I've only got to do it until race day. And I can always do something for 30 days or 60 days. Here's the trick. As soon as those 60 days are up, there's another goal right behind that one. And another one right behind that one. So I'm not working out just to work out. I'm not working out just to be fit. I've got this goal in mind that's important to me. I want to run this race. I want to complete this program just to prove that I could do it. It's interesting to me. It stays fun, and therefore it doesn't feel like work like it used to. I need to go into the gym and go through the motion for the next 50 years. That didn't work for me. So that's part of my motivation. So number one, making sure that you have the right whys, the ones that mean something to you, the ones that move you to emotion, to tears. And in my case sometimes, thinking about my kids does that. But also having short-term goals, those workout plans that are interesting enough to you that'll get you up at 4 in the morning, that might keep you up at 11 at night, that will make you go through hell and high water to make that workout versus finding an excuse not to work out. Those are my thoughts. What do you think?